Ludwig was a humble hunter who sought to protect Yharnam from the scourge of the beast. One day, he stumbled upon a mysterious greatsword that emanated a strange light. Ludwig felt a connection with the sword, and he named it the Holy Moonlight Greatsword. He used it as his weapon of choice, and he found that he could channel the abyssal power of the sword to unleash beams of light. He also noticed that the sword was surrounded by tiny beings of light, which he looked to for guidance. He felt that the sword was his true mentor, and he emptied his fears during the hunt. He became more confident and courageous and inspired many hunters to follow his example. Ludwig was the first hunter of the Healing Church, a religious organization that used blood ministration to heal people and fight against the scourge of the beast, a plague that turned humans into monstrous creatures. Ludwig was renowned for his skill and courage in the hunt. Ludwig was not only a hunter, but also a leader. He founded the Healing Church workshop that specialized in creating and using advanced weapons and tools to fight the beasts. He trained his hunters to be honorable Spartans who followed a strict code of conduct and discipline. He also recruited ordinary Yharnamites who were willing to join the hunt and protect their city. He taught them how to use firearms and trick weapons. He effectively united the populace and used it to combat the scourge, earning him respect and admiration from many. He was considered a hero and a legend by many, and his name was synonymous with the hunt. As Ludwig continued to hunt the beast, he gradually succumbed to the bloodlust and became a horrific beast himself, losing his sense of self and his connection to the sword. He was trapped in the hunter's nightmare, a realm where hunters who succumb to the blood are doomed to hunt and kill endlessly, without any hope of escape or redemption. In the nightmare, Ludwig became a monstrous creature with a deformed body, a mangled face, and a single eye that glowed with madness. He was feared and revered by the other hunters, who called him the Holy Blade. In the hunter's nightmare, Ludwig resides in the underground corpse pile, where he creates a river of blood by killing countless beasts and hunters in his blind rage. Simon the Herald has been following Ludwig's trail, hoping to find a way to free him of his curse. The player finds Ludwig surrounded by the corpses of his victims. The player has to face Ludwig in one of the most memorable boss battles of the game. The first phase of the fight involves Ludwig fighting like a beast. In his second phase, he transforms into a more humanoid and knightly form. He stands up and wields his sword with grace and skill, unleashing beams of arcane light. He also reveals his human face, which is still partially covered by his beastly mane. He looks at the player with a mix of sorrow and determination, as if he remembers his past glory and present curse. The player finally defeats Ludwig, and he drops his guidance rune and the Holy Moonlight Sword. The player can also initiate some optional dialogue with him, where he asks the player if they have seen the light and if his church hunters are the honorable Spartans he hoped they would be. The player can either lie or tell the truth. If the player lies, Ludwig will express relief and gratitude. If the player tells the truth, Ludwig will become distraught and ask if the nightmare ever ends. Either way, the player can choose to end his suffering or leave him to his fate. This concludes the story of Ludwig. He is definitely one of the more interesting characters in Bloodborne and has one of the most unsettling boss designs in the game. Bloodborne was the first From Software game I played, and it holds a special place in my heart, and I can't wait to dive into more lore about the game. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.